So today I'm going to take you through the application process of opening up a Bluevine business bank account. Now I'm going to get you started here where you're going to actually be able to see step by step all the questions it will ask you. And as we go through this, the link in our show notes down below will take you to the starting landing page that you're going to see us start with right over here. And here's the best part. You get that $300 bonus exclusively with our link. Now that link does help us out as well, so we can continue to make more free content just like this for you. So again, make sure you click that link so you can get to the correct landing page. You'll see our logo up here on the top, and then you'll obviously see the earn the $300 cash bonus. Now, once we see that, we're going to go ahead and start with clicking on the open account button, and we're going to go through this process with all the questions it's going to ask. All right, so the first step is going to be right over here for us, and we're going to see a couple of different things we want to go through. First is going to be the entity type. We're going to have this toggle down here for us. You could see that there are a couple different options for you to go through, obviously, depending on how you filed as a company. There is sole proprietor if you're not filed as an LLC. Most of us might be in this camp right over here. So I'm going to choose this for our company over here, and then it's going to ask for your first and last name, the address you want to have on file, mobile phone number, and then we're going to go ahead and create our account. Now, the referral code should already be there because you clicked that link, but if not, go ahead and toss that in, which will be the TBN300, so that way you can get that bonus. Now, they also are going to have their terms and a privacy policy, so if that does look good for you, you can go ahead and check off this box. So I'm going to get this filled out with us as well, and then we're going to go ahead and click on the Get Started tab right over here. So next up here, it's going to ask a little bit more about the business. First and foremost, the legal business name, if there is a DBA, which is doing business as. There's also going to be the business address, keeping in mind no PO box in this process, and then the work phone number, and then a website if it exists. It's going to ask for the annual revenue and then your tax ID or EIN. Now, these are, of course, going to be important to be able to go through this process. Any business bank account will need to ask for the EIN or the tax ID number. So make sure you have that handy to be able to add this into this process. Next up, it's going to ask for the industry. It is a toggle down. Let me clean up that screen here for us. There is another option as well, too, if you can't find one that works best for your industry. And there is a sub-industry here as well. And then it's going to ask for the number of employees. Now, once you have all this filled out, like I will here in just a moment, we're going to go ahead and click on that next button. So next up, it's going to ask a little bit more about you. Some of this information will be pre-filled in here for you, such as your first and last name and the mobile phone number that we added in a little earlier. You can change these here in this section too if needed. And then again, it's going to ask for a home address. This one also not a PO box available. Now, it will also ask for your date of birth and your social security number. Keeping in mind, again, this is going to be a requirement with any kind of business bank account you're going to open up. It will need this information. The phone number, again, will be added on here automatically. And then the next section here, it's going to ask what percentage of the business is owned by you. So if you have other owners, or maybe you have it split up with other people, this is where you're going to put that percentage here. And then it's going to ask if you or anybody else owns more than 25% of the business outside of you. And so for us, it's going to be no, but for you, it might be a little different. And then down here, it's going to ask if you'd like to get updates on special offers or product updates. This is optional. You don't have to check on this one, but the next one you would. And once we get all this filled out, I'm covering it up a little bit here, but we're going to hit the continue button on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Now from here, it's going to do the verification for us, letting us know it got sent to our mobile phone number. We're just going to plug in that verification code. You can also checkbox this here as well too, to let you know that, hey, this is going to be a device you're going to be using often, so it doesn't have to constantly verify. For any reason you didn't get the code, go ahead and click on send it again. It might push everything through. Once we're going to plug in the code, we're going to click on verify and continue. All right, next up here is going to be verifying our email. You should be getting an email to be able to go ahead and click on verify. And if for any reason you did not, there is a section here to go ahead and resend. You can also check your spam folder just in case it went in there. And once we go ahead and click on that, we're going to see the very next page. All right, so the next section here is offering you which type of business banking you want to go with. And you can see there are 3 options as of this recording. You got the standard version that has no monthly costs at all. So this is a great starter for a lot of businesses. And then you can see there is also the plus and the premium that do have monthly costs, but give you additional features that you can go with if they end up suiting what you need for your business. Now, for our example here today, we're going to go ahead and start off with the standard to go ahead and get started to open up this account. And you can always upgrade to these other plans as needed when your business continues to grow. All right, so once you go ahead and choose whichever option does work best for you, you're going to go ahead and slide down here and you're going to see a couple of different things over here for you to checkbox, considering some of them are optional, like the first one here for a future credit offer. but they do have the e-sign agreement as well as any of the certifications here for us as well. Once you have everything that you want checked off that you need to or have options for, we're going to then go ahead and click on the accept button right over here. Now, next up here, it's going to ask where you would like your free MasterCard debit card to get shipped to. And you'll see you have your business address as well as your home address available. So whichever option you would like, just make sure you go ahead and click on that option. And then we're going to hit the continue button on the right-hand side. All right, so the next section here, it's getting to know the business a little bit more now too. It's going to ask for a quick short description of your business. Then it's going to ask for best descriptions of how you'd likely use the Bluevine checking account. And you can see here, there is the primary option, maybe a secondary to earn interest or secondary bank for other purposes. Then it's going to ask what accounting software you use. And if you actually have an accountant, you can have the toggle yes or no. And then just kind of getting an idea of the monthly transaction volume. So we're going to fill all this out for us here, and then we're going to go ahead and click on next, keeping in mind that if by any chance all the transaction volume is 0 because you're just starting your business, go ahead and put 0 on these options as well. And then we'll go ahead and continue to the next page. Now, the next section over here is fast tracking your business experience. So if you already have other business bank accounts that you might be transferring from or have additional just to be utilizing, you can go ahead and connect them with the connect external button over here so it can fast track things. And you can see here it says accelerate money movement, increases account limits, and then get better access to credit. But this is not something you have to do, especially if you are a new business owner and don't have any banks just yet. You can go ahead and click on skip for now. So for our example, we're going to go ahead and connect an external account. And this is going to bring up the Plaid software, which if you haven't ever used it before, it allows you to connect your accounts instantaneously by logging into your account. It is a safe process to go ahead and do so. And you can see here it connects in seconds. So we're going to go ahead and click on continue. Now from here, it's going to ask for your phone number. And if you've actually used Plaid before, it will actually have all your stuff kind of already pre-connected. If you've never used it before, you can also just continue as a guest. But since we have, we're going to plug in our phone number. Now, again, because we've had Plaid already connected, once we logged in with our phone number, you can see all the different bank accounts we currently have. But if you are either new to utilizing Plaid or there's a different bank you want to add that's not already on your list, you can click over here at the bottom to add new account. All you got to do from there is find the bank and then go ahead and log in and then choose which accounts you want to have connected to this. Now, as an example, once you choose your account that you want to have connected, it's going to just ask you to review all the information and what it will be sharing for you. And if everything looks good, we're going to go ahead and click on allow. And then from here, it's going to go ahead and do the verification for us in real time. And then once your banks are connected, you can see over here, we're going to get the banks are connected and we can click on OK. And just like that, our Bluevine business bank account has been officially created. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I'll have a link for you in the show notes down below to get you to that correct landing page so you can get started through your process of opening up your account and getting that $300 bonus that's exclusive with our link. So like I mentioned, that link will also support us out to make more free content just like this for you. And speaking of that free content, once you go ahead and sign up with our Bluevine account link, go ahead and check out this next video right over here to keep on learning when it comes to growing your small business.